Hello everyone. Here is one more session on pelvic inflammatory diseases. In this session, we'll first talk about treatment of PID. Now, what are the principles of therapy? The aim of treating PID should be to control infection, to prevent infertility and other complications, because following PID, infertility is likely to occur, and to prevent reinfection. Once infection is cleared, PID should not occur again. So, our aim should be also to prevent reinfection. Now, if PID is mild without peritonitis, then how can we treat it? So, treatment of mild cases without peritonitis. First, liquid diet should be given, followed by the solid diet, and oral antimicrobial drugs should be given. If you are a homeopathic student, then you should not remember, or you are not supposed to write the name of antimicrobial drug in the exam. You can just write in the treatment part antimicrobial drugs given. For your knowledge, you may know the name of that drug, but otherwise it is not required in the exam to write. Now, if the case is severe with peritonitis, then intravenous antibiotics are given, and that is followed by oral antibiotics. That means you can start your treatment with IV antibiotics, and once the patient gets stable, once the infection is getting clear, you may switch the patient to oral antibiotic. Now, what we can do to prevent reinfection? Once the infection that has already occurred has been treated, then we have to take certain measures to prevent reinfection. So let's discuss what are they. Patient should be educated to avoid reinfection and its hazards. So patient should be made alert that if the infection recurs, then what are its hazards, what are its harmful effects, that you have to explain the patient. So patient should understand the seriousness of this infection. Patient should be warned against multiple sex partners. Sex practice with multiple sex partners is very common cause of the PID. So the patient should be warned if patient is doing so. Right? There are associated risk of getting PID with such practice. So these should be explained to the patient. Use of condom encouraged. So this contraceptive also helps to prevent PID. Sex partners are investigated to find out causative organisms and treated effectively. So only treatment of the patient is not enough. The sex partners also are investigated and treated accordingly, according to the infection. Now, the follow-up of PID. Once you have treated PID, how its follow-up should be maintained. Repeat smears and cultures from the discharge are to be done after 7 days following the full course of treatment. So, after the full course of treatment is completed, the repeat culture and the repeat smear should be done within 7 days, or you can say after 7 days. The tests are to be repeated following each menstrual period until the test becomes negative for 3 consecutive reports when the patient is declared cured. So these should be maintained. Until she is cured and her sex partners have been treated and cured, the patient must not be allowed to have sexual intercourse. So coitus has to be restricted. The only proof of successful treatment after salpingitis, that is the commonest PID, is intrauterine pregnancy, right? So that indicates that the patient has been free from the PID. Now, prophylaxis against PID. These we have discussed how we can prevent the reinfection, but this is how we can prevent PID. So that is prophylaxis against PID. Hospital delivery should be encouraged. In our country, all the patients do not go to the hospital for delivery. In most of the places or in many places, the deliveries occur at home. Right? What are the reasons behind it? Lack of hospital facilities in rural areas of our country. In all the rural areas, well equipped hospitals are not available. In any emergency, the patients from the rural areas have to go to the urban areas. They have to rush to the urban areas because in the rural areas, hospitals are not there to tackle the emergencies. Right? Because of this lack of the facilities also, the patients are preferring or they have to go for the home delivery. In spite of their wish to have hospital delivery, it cannot be possible. It is not easy for rural women to come to urban centers for delivery. There may be lack of transportation facility. So even though they wish to go to the hospital, they cannot make it possible to reach the urban area. So delivery occurs at home. Now what government has done against it? Government of India has started training program for DIs in aseptic techniques. DIs are the women who conduct delivery at home in the rural areas. So Government of India has specially organized the training program for these DIs to train them to conduct delivery in the aseptic precautions or in the aseptic technique. Induced abortions are carried out free of cost at government institutions to prevent criminal abortions in India. Criminal abortion is illegal abortion, that is out of illegitimate pregnancy, right? So to terminate illegitimate pregnancy, the people go for the criminal abortion. But Government of India has also made induced abortion easy. The government institutions have been allowed to conduct induced abortion, that is MTP. So MTP has been carried out easily at the government places so that the incidence of the criminal abortions have reduced. Then let's talk about the methods for preventing preventing PID, like contraception. You can go for the use of the barrier methods to prevent STDs. OC pills can be used. Earlier I have explained you how the OC pills act as the preventive way to against the PID. And also you can go for the use of the IUCD. Educate the young women about the risk of STDs, AIDS, and warn her about frequent change of sex partners. What hazards are included, what hazards are associated when the sex partners are frequently changed, that a doctor should explain the patient. Or at least barrier method of contraception can be used. So even against doctor's advice, the woman continues changing the sex partners. Each time during the act of the coitus, the woman should use any of the barrier method that also protects against PID. Female condom covers the cervix, entire vagina, and the external genitalia. So it is not only a barrier method, but its use also protects against AIDS and STDs. So doctor should encourage the use of the female condom. Generally, when we talk about the condom or when we think about the condom, what comes in our mind first? The male condom. The female condom are not widely used yet, right? But female condom also has its own advantages. That's why doctors should encourage the use of the female condom also. So that was all about prophylaxis against PID. That was mainly about the PID. Now one more condition included in the PID is pelvic abscess. So we'll discuss that condition in the next session. Thank you.